ang pinaka-common na question or pinaka-common na comment, halimbawa, is conditional yung threat, and therefore, the people should not feel threatened because it is conditional. This is not an ordinary, kasi ang explanation ng prosecution is that mayroon naman talagang crime called na grave threats na conditional yung threat. However, in this case, yung condition is a crime. And one of the conditions also would indicate that the person making the threat would no longer be alive and therefore may not likely be able to do what he or she has threatened to do. So that adds a dimension, not a dimension to the criminal law, kasi hindi ito crime in the sense that we are not prosecuting a crime punishable under the revised penal code. So yun yung problema. That's why a lot of people were a little confused because the prosecution employed a strategy. Yung strategy na yun is kapag reasonable yung mga tinatanong, halimbawa, conditional yan eh. Kung hindi naman mag-comply, in other words, if the people who were the targets of the alleged threat do not comply with the condition, which is the commission of a crime, then the threat would not exist in the minds of the persons. Now, sinasabi ng prosecution, it doesn't matter kung natakot yung tao o hindi because sa criminal law, ang grave threats, basta nag-threaten ka, basta nagkaroon ng threat and the threat consists of the threat is that you're going to do something that is illegal, then grave threats yun. Pero in an impeachment case, that's not necessarily true. Kasi nga, in an impeachment case, we are not prosecuting the crime of grave threats. At doon, nagkamali ang prosecution because they had to explain during a press conference. Sabi nila doon sa press conference, di ba? Sabi nila sa press conference, we're not trying to prosecute the crime, but we want to show that the VP is unfit for the position. So the standard is not the crime of grave threats, but the fitness for office. Dahil sinabi niya yon, hindi siya fit for office. So yun ang basis natin. Are you convinced that the VP is not fit for office because she said this? Okay. So wala na yung crime. Hindi natin sinasabi na may grave threats dito o wala. Hindi natin sinasabi na mayroong that she committed a crime. We're not even saying, ang sinasabi nga ng prosecution is dahil sinabi niya yun, she violated, may culpable violation of the Constitution, dahil sinabi niya yun, there is high crime, lalong hindi, and dahil sinabi niya yun, mayroong betrayal of public trust. Okay, so if you're not relying on the crime called grave threats, you are now relying simply on a behavior. Is this behavior something that we can say, thank you, Ms. Lani, something that we can say makes her unfit for office? So, what is the defense here? Right? What is the defense pag sinabi natin what she did makes her unfit for office? You will look at what happened before. What happened before? Hindi pa umiinit yung pag-upo nila sa opisina. The vice president was already betrayed by people who she thought were friends. She was betrayed by the UNITEAM, nalusaw ang UNITEAM. She was betrayed by the president. She was betrayed by, in her perception, from what we understand, she was betrayed by the first lady. She was betrayed by Martin Romualdez. She was immediately being accused of asking for too much, asking for a position, asking for, I suppose, intel funds or confidential funds. They made it look, even if the president had promised her all of these things, Congress or some of the members of Congress were churning out false information, making it look like the VP was a spoiled brat asking for too much from the president. But was she really asking for too much? I don't think so, because what she was asking for was already promised to her by the president, her choice of cabinet position. Yeah. And at the very least, she would be given the kind of respect reserved for a member of the team. Ano nangyari? In-isolate siya, binitray siya, and she was brought to Congress. Her father was suffering from, was being the object of so many attacks. The former associates of her father were being investigated and were being, oppressed constantly. Dr. Lorraine Badoy, former Secretary Harry Roque, so many others, Farmally, and all of these other charges were being used to soil the reputation of the Duterte administration. And even more so, diba, the ICC case began to proceed with the help of the Marcos administration. Okay? So increasingly, si VP was feeling not just pressure, but actual oppression. So, and finally, di ba, nakita niya yung father niya na pinatawag sa Senado, pinatawag sa Kongreso. This was unprecedented. Anong ibig sabihin yan? This has never happened before, that a former president was called to answer before the Senate and the House for matters that were done during his presidency. The Supreme Court has already ruled before na wala talagang power ang legislature to call on a co-equal branch. Okay? So, what they were asking PRD to do was to answer for those events or actions nung nasa nung presidente siya, a co-equal branch, head of the executive. So, and then it went on. It wasn't just the Duterte family. She saw KOJC. She saw how Pastor Quiboloy saw that a case that had already been dismissed ay nabuhay. She saw how the kingdom was raided, how halos nagcamping na dun sina General Torre sa loob ng KOJC private property using a warrant of arrest to conduct a search. Sabi ni Sham Musa, and it is still ongoing. Lahat ng kaalyado niya sa Congress at Senate kinukulong o pinahihirapan. Hi, Miss Kay. Sabi ni LZF31, di ba pinatawag din si Pinoy dun sa Senado noon? Let me check on that. It was voluntary on his part, but si PRD was subpoenaed. Hi kay LZF31. Sabi niya, di ba pinatawag si Pinoy dun sa Senado noon? No, hindi siya pinatawag. He volunteered. There's a big difference. Not only that, he was appearing before allies. Para dun sa mga nanonood dun sa Black App, pakisabi naman kung may audio tayo. Meron bang audio o wala? Meron bang audio o wala? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But thank you for that observation, LZF31. Hindi ito Dengvak siya. This was, yes. This was, dahil sa Dengvak siya yan, ano? Sabi ni Chris, Trump will free Tatay Digong. That's not true. We have no evidence of that. The US has issued very strong statements against the ICC, but it pertains to the US interests. They have made no mention about President Duterte. Okay, wala pong sinasabi ang US tungkol sa pagkapiit ni former President Duterte. Sabi ni TDC, sa tingin ko, dapat po mag-inhibit si Senator Risa kasi conflict of interest kasi tatakbo siya bilang presidente. I think that's because, well, of course, in-announce niya rin po kasi, but that is not a ground for her inhibition. Kasi, unang-una, walang nakalagay dun sa sa constitution that is a ground for inhibition or that any senator can inhibit based on that. Sabi ni Simpleng taga-Bukid, ang ganda ng lima, given the current situation sa Pilipinas, people tell me if we should lose hope na ba? Failed state na ba daw? I tell them that the courts are working and it will be the last bastion of democracy. Sabi ni Sham, what will happen to Tate Digong's case if ma-dismantle ng US ang ICC? Of course, it will be dismissed. Sabi ni NHC, yung Angel Locsin post and the emergence of RJ Neto, does it mean nasa next stage na tayo? Please elaborate on your question. Hindi ko po siya naiintindihan. What is the next stage and why are you saying that there are stages? So, bago tayo magpatuloy, I hope you don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Okay, konti pa lang po ang naka-register dito na nag-like. Sabi ni TDC, grabe ang panggigipit nila sa minority ngayon sa APC, grabe talaga sila, di masyadong halata. Okay, I saw a post about how the First Lady will be the best president ever. So, napansin na natin to. I think a few months ago, somebody posted that and now there's another post. And I suspect that these are trial balloons. Okay, they're trying to see if the First Lady is a viable candidate for the 2028 elections. So I hope that everybody voices their opinion on this. Sabi ni Mr. Lee Bamba, parang kinalimutan na po ang BRC flood control. Hindi nakakalimutan yan. Pinag-uusapan natin. Ang sinasabi mo is that parang ang government ang nakakalimot. Natural, were you expecting that they wanted to pursue that? Of course they don't kasi aabot sa kanila. So I think that for better communications, ang sasabihin natin, don't say parang nakalimutan na. Define your target. Why isn't the Senate setting hearing dates for the BRC on flood control? Yun, tatanungin natin yan. Di ba importante? Don't be vague about it because freedom of speech yan. At yung freedom of speech na yan, protected yan when you are calling out the government. That is allowed. And in fact, sinasabi ng Korte Suprema, that is in fact our duty to call out wrongdoing of government officials and the government itself. We should be discussing policy that affects all of us. So when it comes to something like that, don't be vague. Thank you kay Torrent. Okay, I know this is an unusual time to go live, but I'm hoping that there will be more people who can participate kahit kahit abroad ako. I thank you kay Chris. Sabi ni Chris, before I come, I always like and share muna. Maraming salamat po. This really helps us. Hi kay Lud, nasa California siya. Sabi niya, may small size subjects siya 1 and 2 nung college. And I can see, the way they do the impeachment trial is more like a criminal court trial and not evidence proving. Totoo yan. Ano yung Pixcal? Hindi ko po alam. Again, please don't speak in code because I might not understand it. I do not spend as much time online as most of the other vloggers, so you're going to have to explain when you ask questions. So sabi ni Miss Annie, kailan kaya makakalabas si Senator Marcoleta at Congressman Mike Defensor? Right now, nagfa-file sila. I don't know kung na-quash na yung kanilang motion at na-quash na ba yung information that is filed against them. Kung hindi nag-succeed yung mga motion to quash na final nila against the information, and information is the charge, okay? It's the charge sheet. Ipag binasahan ka ng charge, you plead guilty or not guilty. So yung charge, yun yung tinatawag natin na information. So Senator Marcoleta, I know, filed for the quashal of the information, and I understand Kong Mike and Mr. Viray also filed motions to quash. Kung na-deny na yung motions to quash, they will file a motion to set bail or to motion for bail. So magkakaroon muna ng mga hearings dyan. What I'm saying is that yung mga kailan kaya, ganyan, these are very difficult questions to ask pagdating sa legal proceedings because marami pong factors na nagde-determine yan. So titignan natin kung kailan madi-decide yung motion for bail. Hindi pa po kami tapos doon sa pag-research sa Pax Silica. I'm asking for your patience. We are right now very focused on the impeachment and other cases that are being filed against against people associated with the Vice President. Thank you, Miss Lani. Maraming salamat po. Sabi ni NHC, NCR, yung kay Jinggoy na-risked na yata 2 times. I understand that there is a possibility of that happening na magtatagal ang mga kaso nila o magtatagal ang kanilang mga motions for bail. And it is unfortunate that unless we have evidence of any irregularities that are being done by the magistrates of the Sandigan Bayan or judges of the trial courts, then we're going to have to, that will be up to the accused to come up with their own remedies for that. Hindi po natin nakikita kasi if by itself the delay is a wrongdoing. Not necessarily. Of course, it gives rise to a suspicion, pero it does not necessarily mean na merong intention to delay yung mga kaso nila. We must be conservative when talking about the courts. No. Sabi ni LZF31, can Senator Marcoleta file counter charges against the government if found not guilty? No, unless there was malicious prosecution, unless there was criminal intent in filing cases that had no basis. So iba pong level yun. Just because you are found not guilty does not mean that there was wrongdoing in the filing. Kasi mababa lang yung kailangan na quantum of evidence sa piskalya or sa ombudsman. You only need probable cause. So, no, not necessarily. Sabi ni Lud, I really hate how they keep adding mamamayan ang mga kababayan in their speeches as if they represent the majority of us. You know what? I agree with the same. It's we can always make it part of our objections when we call out on our social media posts or on letters to the editor that we take exceptions. Kaya call them out. Senator so-and-so, I disagree. Do not do this in my name. Sabi ni Don't Dream It's Over, napakalinaw na ang mga nasa likod ng impeachment ay mga nakatanggap ng mali-maletang politiko. Maybe. Hi, Miss Lani. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Miss Lani. Sabi ni NHC, I hope APC makes his power moves before his case flourishes. It's early, but yes, of course, I agree with you on that one. Hi kay Diego. I hope you're doing well. Miss Sharon Lesga. I don't know what flag is that. Nasaan po kayo? Sabi ni Sham, yung interview ba ni FLM with Katunying na kaya niyang tumawag sa Romania can be used as evidence by the defense kung sakasakali? Since this is an impeachment case, it is possible, but that will really depend on the kind of case build-up that the defense is making. Hi kay Joshua. Sabi ni Simpleng taga-Bukid, do you think there's a high chance malagay si Zomboying as Chief Justice? I cannot compute the odds on that one. There are a lot of dynamics that you have to consider. Diba? Si OMB Boying is an impeachable official, meaning hindi siya basta-basta matatanggal ni BBM. Diba? He has to be impeached in order to be removed. That allows him to create a power base now, independent of the people who appointed him. Remember that, ha? So si OMB Boying can create his own power base. Kasi nga impeachable siya. Ibig sabihin din, he he no longer needs to kowtow to the president or to the executive. Independent constitutional office siya. O, ibig sabihin, he already has power also over the people of BBM. Do you remember that of a month or so ago, na more than a month, nagkaroon ng issue si Secretary Remulla, DILG Secretary Remulla, John Vic. And there were loud whispers that he was going to be removed. Hindi na daw siya favorite ni whoever. Tatanggalin na daw siya. From what we have been hearing, and of course this is chismis, kumbaga. Nag-flex si OMB Boying. And so na-retain si DILG Secretary John Vic. Remember? O suddenly, secure na naman si John Vic sa position niya. Now, most pundits and most analysts are saying, nag-flex si OMB. Because the OMB, being independent, no longer fears the executive. Diba? He no longer fears them because he also has power to call for the people of BBM, the people of the First Lady, if any, and, hold them accountable for whatever. So, is there a high chance? Now, you have to consider that dynamic. He might use his position to pressure the appointing powers. On the other hand, the appointing powers can suddenly say, we refuse, so that he can be put in his place. Because once he is in the Supreme Court, then the appointing powers might also remain at his mercy. So syempre mag-iisip yung mga yun. Lalagay ba natin to into a position where he can flex again against us? Anong criteria para mapili Chief Justice? Ang pumipili is the Judicial and Bar Council, so kailangan clean record, no disciplinary actions against that person ever. Well, hindi no disciplinary actions, pero walang record. Ano ba? So age, qualifications, kailangan in the practice of law for so many years, and favored po ang mga galing sa judiciary, litigation lawyers, and the academe. How will the impeachment court decide on the oral argument? Usually ganito yon. The presiding officer will make the decision unless it is put to a vote. So, i-divide the house. And yes, it's majority. Sabi ni Ralin, then Boying Remulla failed on those. What do you mean failed on those? Failed on what? Hindi na po ba nasusunod ang seniority tradition sa pagpili ng next CJ? Well, it's not a hard and fast rule kasi tignan niyo kay May Lucerano. She was one of the most junior and yet the president appointed her. Of course, nakuwaranto siya, but the kuwaranto did not relate to whether or not she was senior but to her salience. Sabi ni Don't Dream It's Over, napakalinaw na ang mga nasa likod ng impeachment ay mga nakatanggap ng mali-malitang politiko. Oy, I agree. Totoo yan. Tingnan natin dun sa... Okay. Dali lang po ha, tinitingnan ko yung mga available na rewards dun sa kabila sa Black App. Sabi ni Del, question po ng news anchor ng Net25, kung tatagal ang impeachment trial at aabot hanggang November of 2027, does it mean hindi na makakasubmit ang candidacy si VP sa 2028 elections? Of course not. That is not being impeached in Congress or in the House of Representatives or being held for trial, wala pa naman kasing findings. Sinasabi ninyo kung tatagal at aabot o hindi pa, ibig sabihin wala pang hatol. So kung walang hatol, qualified pa rin siya mag-submit ng kanyang certificate of candidacy. Remember, madalas tinatanong o nagagalit yung ibang tao, oh may kaso na nga tapos tatakbo. May kaso na nga tatakbo pa rin, kapal talaga ng muka. And I keep explaining, di ba, the presumption is innocence. So unless na may findings yung hukuman, you are qualified. Diba? The presumption of innocence is paramount. So the reason you're asking that is because hindi nyo iniisip na presumed innocent pa rin yung tao kahit nililitis na. So in the case of VP Inday, kung wala namang hatol, ano yung reason para sabihin na hindi siya pwede? Sabi ni Amigo, tahimik lang kami, sa balota na lang kami magsasalita. Bakit? Bakit? Siguro maiintindihan ko kung abroad kayo at OFWs at bawal kasi dyan talaga na mag-post ng political opinions. I agree, tama. Dapat tahimik kayo, protect your job. But kung nasa Pilipinas ka and you are protected by the Bill of Rights on Freedom of Speech, thank you kay Fireby. Then my question to you is, bakit tahimik kayo? Di ba? Bakit? It is your duty to call out government. Government is paid by our taxes. We have every right to express ourselves. So my question is, bakit tahimik kayo at sa balota lang kayo magsasalita? Sabi ni Uncle John, Jokno mentioning Corona in his speech just shows they want all political, no judicial. Hi, bestie sila. Hindi naman sa no judicial. Because the reason, kumbaga, evidence is what will persuade, not just the politicians. Evidence will persuade the public, which is the vote base of the politicians. This is how it's theoretically supposed to go. Okay. Nasisira lang talaga yung sistema pagka may corruption. Okay, huwag pong kakalimutan like and share, lalong-lalo na sa Black app, paki-tap lang po. The more taps, the more likely that more people will be able to see us. So yun lang po ang nire-request ko. Yung likes and your shares and your comments will help us be more visible. Sabi ni Edeline, thank you sa mga kagaya mo, attorney, na sa batas nakapanig. I appreciate you po. Maraming salamat din po, ma'am, that nandito kayo. Thank you kay Jake. Thank you kay Sir Paul. Away says, if manalo si Sara tapos natalo sa impeachment, hindi po mangyayari yun. Dapat pala yung VP niya is nakadikit din sa kanya. Teka, hindi po mangyayari yun. Titigil po yung impeachment dahil magre-recess. Diba? Magre-recess yan before elections. Actually, magre-recess, yung terminal recess nila, na matatapos yan as soon as the new administration is in. So hindi po talaga aabot yan. Kasi kung mauna at matanggal si VP via the impeachment trial in the Senate, hindi na siya aabot sa eleksyon. Kung hindi matapos yung impeachment before elections, then hindi siya mako-convict. Sabi ni TDC, sa AMLAC, BIR sila naghahanap ng possible na pwede nilang makitang GL na lang sa kanila. Okay, this is another thing that you must be aware of. Ang ginagawa ng mga pro-prosecution o ng mga trolls ngayon, sinasabi, we call out, for example, Chel Jokno, natural. Sasabihin nila, pero si VP hindi nyo ma-call out. Bakit ko gagawin yung call out kay VP? Trabaho nyo yun, di ba? Kayo yung nakakakitang may mali siyang ginagawa, yun ang gawin ninyo. I am not required to bash the people you don't like. I am not required to praise the people that you like. I am not required to defend your opinion. I am only required to defend your right to say it. Sabi ni Juan, bakit kaya inactive si Attorney Libayan? Baka na busy naman. No, parang yung iba nagtanong, bakit ang tagal kong hindi nag-live? Kasi nga, na-busy kami na I'm here and I'm busy with our relative. Sabi ni Uncle John. Any comments po sa statement ni Pangilinan regarding wag masyado maging technical sa impeachment court? Let's look at what he said exactly. Okay. Sabi niya, technical rules of evidence should not be strictly applied during impeachment proceedings. He explained that this process is different from regular court trials. Keeping it simple ensures the public can easily understand the truth. Sabi niya, while lawyers in standard court trials prefer things to be highly technical and orderly, the impeachment court must be flexible because the public is listening. The way some of the politicians use the public, the people are listening, minsan nakakaano, ang OA na. He argued that being too technical might hide important facts, making it hard for everyday citizens to follow what is truly happening. He reminded everyone that the Senate, sitting as an impeachment court, is not bound by same strict rules as regular courts, which prioritize justice and transparency. Naku, si Senator Pangilinan, halatang-halata naman ang kiling niya dito. Gayunpaman, tama siya in the sense that hindi naman stricto ang rules of court or rules of evidence na ia-apply sa impeachment proceedings dahil ito ay partly a political process. Okay. So totoo mo yun. Pero ang sinasabi niya is, wag masyadong technical. Kung ang ibig sabihin ni Senator Kiko, wag technical in the sense na wag mag-apply ng mga rules that protect our rights, ibang usapan yan. Di ba? Parang ang nakikita ko is, gustong sabihin ni Senator Kiko na wag naman masyadong technical sa rules of evidence when actually what he means is wag masyadong technical sa rules on exclusionary sa exclusionary rules on evidence. Meron din, di ba, I'm sure you've heard of the expression, the fruit of the poison tree or fruit of the poisonous tree. They're both used, by the way. Ibig sabihin yan is, kung lalabag ka sa proseso, sa due process, o sa proseso na piniprescribe ng batas para makakuha ng ebidensya o legal na pagkuha ng ebidensya, pag ito hindi mo sinunod, hindi mo maisusumiti yung ebidensya na yan. Because it is the fruit of an illegal search. It is the fruit of an illegal procurement. So kung yun ang sinasabi ni Senator Pangilinan, then I disagree. Because nothing says that the impeachment court, the Senate court, is exempt from those rules. Lalong-lalo na sinabi ng Korte Suprema sa Duterte versus HOR, what you cannot do, admittedly political ang impeachment, but what they cannot do is disrespect rights that are enshrined in the Constitution. So kung mayroong karapatan to due process ang bawat mamamayan, even the Senate impeachment court cannot violate that. Thank you, Sir Paul. No, that's not what it says. Sabi ni Ian, evidence gathered illegally is considered illegal evidence. Evidence gathered illegally is not evidence. Okay? Hindi mo yan maisusumiti sa korte. That is why it is important na when you get your evidence, it is in a legal manner. Now, like with anything, naaalala nyo yung little lady noong impeachment ni Corona, Justice Corona. Nagkaroon ng issue called the little lady, a little lady gave it to me or somebody put it in my mailbox na evidence supposedly. Now, bakit may mga ganong salita? These representatives were trying to show that the evidence was obtained legally to avoid their exclusion. Okay. Diba? O paano kayo nakakuha ng bank records? Paano kayo nakakuha ng ganitong records? A little lady gave it to me. Because the constitutional guarantee is a guarantee against the state, meaning bawal ang law enforcers mag-secure ng evidence illegally. Ngayon, can private persons do that? Well, there's an example, but we don't know if that will hold true for bank records because may Bank Secrecy Act. But private courier services, there's a case in the Supreme Court that the Supreme Court decided saying that kasi may nag-mail na tao. Binalot niya sa box, binigay nila. There was a reason. So during the delivery process, parang nabutas or something. So binuksan ng courier service at may nakita silang illegal. They called the cops na huling nagpadala. Sabi illegal search, but the Supreme Court said hindi private yan eh. So yun. Parang sa SM searches, they search your bag, wala silang search warrant. Bakit? The guarantee is against the state. Sabi ni Sham, ang issue nila noon kay Attorney Poe ay conflict of interest, pero si Kapunan ay ninang pala ni Zubiri. Iba yung kay ninang si Attorney Kapunan kay Senator Judge Zubiri, but I don't think any of the parties are complaining. Now, with Attorney Michael Poe, sabi nila conflict of interest for him to be a witness and to be the lawyer of VP Inday. So, but the House of Representatives is not the right party to question that. The only person who can question the conflict of interest is the client in the case of Attorney Poe. Now, in the case of Attorney Kapunan, Senator Judge Zubiri, well, is of course a judge. So any party can question that. But I don't think anybody has, except for the public. Sabi ni Lud, Pangilinan wants the trial to move faster towards the merits of the case, while others believe getting the procedure right is part of justice itself. If they get the procedure wrong, the Supreme Court will only overrule them. So what is the point? Makukulong din po ba si Senator Cayetano? We don't know that. Not until we see that there is any evidence, not until we see that a probable cause hearing has been conducted and conducted regularly, and so on. Tama. Sabi ni Faraway, nadali si Attorney Kapunan yung manifestation kasi may kasamang conclusion. Yes, at saka may mga remarks that that sound like they're already arguing the merits of the case. Sabi ni Rodel, hindi naman threat si Kapunan, sinabon nga siya ni Pia. Sabi ni Lud, I mean, Pangilinan statement reflects a substance over procedure viewpoint. I disagree. Let's move on to the merits. Ay nako. I'm sorry, but I disagree. That's not the viewpoint. He was, how do you call this? What's the term? Quibbling. Will the Cayetanos wake up the BBM senators? What? I'm sorry, what? Basis, and please be clear, I do not understand the question. Baka kung ano masabi ko.